relationships are like a bank account.
Yeah.
You can only withdraw when you invest.
Yeah.
You cannot withdraw from an empty bank account, right? So the investment that is required in the bank account is building as many relationships as possible. And how do we do that? By continuously, connecting with new people, connecting with, face to face. I'm sorry, not all this virtual stuff.
Mm.
Over coffee,
Yeah.
over lunch, every week, at least 1 or 2 days at lunch, meet someone new. Say, can we have lunch together? Can we have coffee together? Right? I'm sure we spend a lot of time, drinking chai and coffee and having lunch. One of that or two of that in a week, we should be able to, sort of invest in that.
Mm.
I'll in fact go a step further. I'll say within the organization and outside the organization
Yeah.
as well.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
that, in my view, is sort of will build the immunity in my, career.
Mm.
So then I'm not dependent on anyone else, right? I'm dependent. My sphere of control continues to grow,
Yeah.
right? So that's what I'd say. One practice.
Sure. And I think in conclusion, if I really look at it, the kind of words which strike me very much when you were talking through, I think you're advising people to be self-driven, take ownership 100%, be proactive, network a lot. I think the importance of one thing which really struck me was taking a strong stand is very, very important. And very nicely, you spoke about being very, very logical about it and understanding the situation before you articulate, either in the group or one to one as such, and having a strategic long term kind of an approach and an IDP in place. I think the CIA is a model which would definitely help in all of the situations which I listed down. As a very strategic framework, I think, which you created, which would definitely help a lot of people, Anil. So thanks a lot for your time. I think you answered all my questions linked to Ramayana, narrated lovely stories, and were very, very practical, realistic answers with respect to the situations that people in the corporate actually face. So I'm looking forward to actually publishing this as an article, as a post, and as a podcast as such. And I'm pretty sure a lot of my colleagues, my friends, and people in the corporate would benefit a lot from your insights, Anil. So looking forward to the next topic of our discussion, Anil, even now. But I really love the way you have a pause. I mean, typically when you even make a statement, very measured kind of words is what you actually have. I think a lot of experience that you had over a period of 25 years is actually in one particular sentence, which you normally give it. So people will learn from that as well. So thanks a lot. And any advice on us in terms of how we are actually doing in terms of podcast, anything else we can actually do, please feel free to
Uh,
share. Yeah.
I mean, thanks a lot, Ravi, for the conversation. Your questions were quite, I'll say they're not the normal questions, but I mean, they're I'll say very practical, very real, coming from, you mentioned it yourself, right? Like a lot of conversations on Reddit, etc. So very thought-provoking. So obviously, it was a good, sort of conversation, to come up with thoughts or frameworks in terms of, how it could add value or answer the questions that are there, right? So really, really enjoyed that.